Today I'm reviewing a 2015 Subaru Outback. The Outback was first introduced to the US market in 1996 and is now on its 6th generation. This 2015 model is part of the 5th generation that ran from 2015 to 2019. Now, going back to the original Outback in 1996, it was a modified version of the Subaru Legacy, so you were essentially getting the same vehicle with larger wheels and tires, added ground clearance, and some additional body cladding that gave the vehicle a more rugged appearance. Flash forward several years, and due to the popularity of the Outback model, Subaru made the decision to spin it off as a standalone vehicle. You can still buy the Legacy today in a sedan configuration only, while the Outback is sold as a separate model and significantly outsells that Legacy model. Now, with that spin-off for the 4th generation, the Outback grew quite a bit in size. Rather than being just a lifted Legacy, it became a proper crossover vehicle. And so it is really a very different vehicle than those early versions of the Outback. The other thing that's interesting is that from the 4th to the 5th to the 6th generation, the Outback hasn't changed all that much in terms of the overall design. The shape of the vehicle is very similar, design cues are very similar, and they've made very incremental changes to the vehicle. Now, for the 5th generation, the Outback was available in 3 different trim packages. They had the base model, the mid-level premium package, and this is the top-of-the-line limited package. With the limited, you get a few design cues on the exterior that help it to stand out, and then inside the vehicle is very heavily loaded. Now, while I said that the 4th and 5th are very similar in terms of the overall design, one of the main differences that you'll note between the 2 generations is that the 5th generation Outback has a revised front end. So it's got a really nicely updated headlight here. It's got this integrated LED strip on the outside, and then with this limited package, we also get the adaptive headlights. And so if you're on a curvy road, these will shift with the steering wheel to help illuminate the road a little bit better. It's also got just a really nice, clean, updated look here with a revised grille. It's got kind of this brushed aluminum look with the chrome surround, again on the lower spoiler here, brushed aluminum look, and then we've got the integrated fog lights. Really great looking update that they did here on the 5th generation. Also with the limited package, you get a revised wheel package. Looks really nice. It's got, again, kind of this stainless steel or brushed aluminum look with the black insets. We've got the chrome surround on the windows, and then we've got the integrated side blinkers. So just a few little touches that give it that more premium look. Even in base configuration though, the Outback is a really good looking vehicle. A few design cues that I really like about the Outback. On the bottom of the doors here, you'll see that it's got this little plastic strip here with these little cutouts. Gives the vehicle just a little bit of a rugged look. Even though this isn't really a truly off-road capable vehicle, it's really a vehicle that kind of appeals to the adventure crowd, people that are going to go off on gravel roads, and that little design cue gives it that look of being very capable. Up top, it's got this trademark roof rack design with integrated side rails and crossbars. The crossbars can actually be easily adjusted to kind of pop into the side rails to help cut down on wind noise. So very creative design there. And then these tail lights have also been updated for the 5th generation model. Otherwise, the rear end of the vehicle looks very similar to that 4th generation model. Really nice update here, just gives it a more crisp, modern look than the prior model. The other thing to note about the Outback is that even though it isn't like a truly off-road capable vehicle, it's actually surprisingly capable for what it is. It's got 8.7 inches of ground clearance, comes standard with Subaru's very popular symmetrical all-wheel drive system, makes it a really great vehicle for inclement weather, driving in snow, and even for that occasional trip off-road. It does have Subaru's trademark X mode system, which basically allows the vehicle to adjust the throttle, the transmission, braking, and then torque distribution of the all-wheel drive system to give you better traction. So a very handy feature if you do venture off the paved road. And then it's also got hill descent control as part of that system. So kind of a cool little feature that you get with the Outback. The 5th generation Outback is also available with some really great safety features, including rear cross traffic alert, adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning system, blind spot monitoring, and then this Outback's also got the eyesight system, which has 2 cameras up here in the windshield, which will allow the vehicle to brake automatically to either avoid or mitigate a collision. So some really great features in that sense. Overall, I really like a lot about the Outback. I think it's a really nice placement within the segment. It's a very practical vehicle in many ways. It's like the perfect size. It's not too small, it's not too big. It's comfortable inside, it's spacious, it's got a lot of cargo space, it's fuel efficient, it's got a great all-wheel drive system, which makes it really good for inclement weather. And just overall, it's kind of the ultimate practical vehicle, and the reason why it's such a popular option for people in northern climates. I also really like what they did with this 5th generation model in terms of styling. I always like the 4th generation, but the little touches that they did with the 5th generation just take it to another level in terms of giving it a more premium look, and I think it comes together really nicely. The 5th generation Outback has a really nice interior, even in the base model, but especially in this limited package. With the limited package, we've got the leather wrapped steering wheel, we've got leather seats, we've got some leather insets, really nice wood insets. Typically, I'm not a fan of wood insets, but they look really good in this vehicle. And then the limited package also comes very heavily loaded with features. We've got power windows, power door locks, power heated mirrors. We've got a Harman Kardon audio system, which is a really nice upgrade on Subarus. Subarus generally have really poor quality audio systems, so I highly recommend making this upgrade if you care about sound quality. You'll see that the door has some storage space here and a place for a water bottle. We've got power seats, number of controls over here. This one is for the automatic liftgate in the rear of the vehicle, and then you can also adjust the height of it. So if you've got a kayak or bikes or something and you don't want it to open all the way, you can adjust that so it doesn't completely open. This is for turning off those adaptive headlights if you don't want those to adjust. This is for adjusting the brightness of the instrument cluster, turning off traction control, blind spot monitoring, the lane departure warning, and then this is for that eyesight system. So you can adjust all of that if you don't want to use those features. On the steering wheel, we've got a number of controls for audio on this side, Bluetooth, some other vehicle information and settings down here, and then cruise control up on this side, including that adaptive feature. With the vehicle on, you can see we've got blue backlighting on the instrument cluster here. It's got a really nice modern look to it. Very nice update from what we saw in that 4th generation model. And then likewise, I really like the new head unit that you get here. It's a touch screen control. It's larger than the older model and just has a much more modern look to it. We've got AM/FM radio, we've got CD player, satellite radio. You can connect an MP3 player or a phone either through a hardwire connection or over Bluetooth. Likewise, you can make calls through that Bluetooth system. We've got navigation, number of vehicle apps, and then you can control some other vehicle settings through this system as well. It also duals as a backup camera. And then you'll see below that, we've got our climate control here, a nice digital readout, heated seats for both the driver and front passenger, and then it's a dual zone system allowing you to control temperature on both sides of the vehicle separately. Really great feature to have if you haven't before. Below that, we've got this compartment with auxiliary input, 2 USBs, and a 12-volt outlet. And then you'll see in the middle here, we've got a couple cup holders. We've got our electronic parking brake, hill ascent control, and then this is that X mode feature that I was talking about earlier. Center console's pretty good size with this removable tray. And then you'll see inside we've got another 12-volt outlet. Up top, we've got a sunroof, which is tilt and sliding. Compartment here for sunglasses. A self-dimming rear view mirror. And then you'll see that it's got home link, so you can program up to 3 garage door openers in there as well. Looking into the back seat of the Outback, you'll see that it's a very spacious rear area. It's got more than enough leg, shoulder, and headroom. Quite comfortable seats as well. And then you'll see that they're heated for both the driver and passenger side. In the middle, we've got a fold-down armrest with 2 cup holders. And then over on this side, we've got this lever here that can be used to recline the seat back, so you can adjust that slightly. And then up above, we've got another button which allows the seat to fold down in a 60-40 split, increasing that rear cargo space. Coming around to the rear of the Outback, you'll see it's got a very spacious cargo area. Dimensions of the vehicle help to really maximize this space. It's got this cover that you can use to conceal the contents of the rear of the vehicle. And we've also got a lever here that can be used to fold down that seat from the rear of the vehicle, so you don't have to go up to the front. And then you'll see that with those seats down, they've also got the plastic covering on there, which helps to protect them. Also, with those seats down, you'll see that the rear cargo area is quite spacious. We've also got an automatic rear liftgate. The 5th generation Outback is available with 2 different engine options. This vehicle's got the more popular 2.5 liter 4-cylinder that has 175 horsepower and an EPA rating of 25 miles per gallon in the city and 32 miles per gallon on the highway. It will run to 60 miles an hour in 9.1 seconds. They also offer the Outback with a 3.6 liter 6-cylinder that has 256 horsepower and sees a significant drop in fuel economy to 20 miles per gallon in the city and 27 miles per gallon on the highway. That vehicle will run to 60 in 7.6 seconds. For the 5th generation Outback, they dropped the manual transmission, so all Outbacks come standard with a CVT automatic. They do have 6 simulated gears that you can adjust with steering wheel shift paddles, and then of course the Outback comes standard with all-wheel drive. Now while the Outback isn't all that off-road capable, it's still something that you can take down the occasional back road, and that's really what most people need. A little bit of added ground clearance, a great all-wheel drive system, and you can do most of what you need. There are definitely those out there that are going to be doing really intense off-roading. This isn't going to be the vehicle for you, but for somebody that just wants a really great adventure vehicle, this is going to do it just fine. And the other great thing about that symmetrical all-wheel drive system is that it makes the vehicle very capable in inclement weather. And so if you've got a little bit of rain, snow, ice on the road, nothing to really worry about. That's why these vehicles are so popular in a lot of colder climates. Beyond the all-wheel drive capability, the Outback also has some really other good attributes when it comes to drivability. And that's not something I would really say about many other Subarus out there. In general, I'm really critical of Subarus for having a very jittery ride, a lot of wind noise, road noise, and just not all that comfortable. The Outback is completely different in that sense. It's got a really quiet cabin, it's smooth, it's comfortable, really feels quite luxurious for what it is, especially when you equip it with this limited package. The leather-wrapped steering wheel, the wood insets, stainless steel, the premium audio system. It really begins to feel like more of a luxury vehicle than just kind of a practical automobile. Really like it a lot in that sense. I'd say that the only real complaint that I have about the Outback is that when it's equipped with that 4-cylinder engine, it strains a little bit under load. So if you're accelerating on the highway, going over a mountain pass, passing vehicles, it's going to struggle a little bit. I'd say that I'd probably still go with the 4-cylinder over the 6-cylinder just because the fuel economy is really good, but something to kind of weigh if you're looking to get into one of these vehicles, knowing that if you get the 4-cylinder, it's going to be a little bit loud in that sense. So there you go. That's the 5th generation model of the Subaru Outback. This is a great vehicle all around and is one of the top options that I would recommend to family and friends. Despite the fact that it's not the most exciting vehicle to drive, it's good in just about every other capacity. It's great looking on the exterior. It's got a really nice interior, a lot of great standard options and features. It's comfortable, it's quiet, it's smooth. It's got great handling with that symmetrical all-wheel drive system. Subarus have a great reputation for reliability. They have some of the best resale value out there, and just overall, this is a really practical vehicle. If you have any comments or questions on the Outback, leave them in the section below. For more car reviews, be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching.